Hello, Blaze. My name is Kuyoshi. Since this game is really epic, I think I'm gonna actually start my setup now. Welcome to my new blind playthrough. It's gonna be of Trials of Mana. This game, it has a long history, man. So, fun fact, this was a Japanese exclusive game for almost 10 plus years. First came out on the Japanese Super Nintendo, also known as Super Famicom, where it was there for quite a bit. And in case you didn't know, already noticed, it's essentially the sequel to the ever so popular Secret of Mana, also on the Super Nintendo. Anyways, this was a Japanese exclusive game for 10 years, and it didn't really get an English translation until only a year ago, so it was pretty much a Japanese exclusive game until now. Well, the developers decided enough was enough, and they managed to get a release with it on the Switch, of course, which is what you're seeing now. So now it actually has an proper English version, whereas it didn't for a long time. So, fun fact, it was kind of it was kind of forgotten about, but overall, this is a really good RPG, and you'll probably see why pretty soon. Oh, by the way, I should mention, the game isn't like your traditional RPG. There's actually 8 characters to pick from, and I already have a specific setup. So if you're thinking I'm going to pick random, then I actually have a plan already set up for this. Because I actually watched my dad play this the other day. Other than, like, watching him do a couple little stuff now and there, I don't really know much about the game. So, this is a blind playthrough of this game. I have actually had it for a while, but I didn't bother to play it until later. And, of course, we get the classic Square Enix flow because this is one of Squaresoft's better games on the Super Nintendo. Again, kind of forgotten about since the Super Nintendo version was pretty much Japanese exclusive. So, anyways. When the world was shrouded in darkness, the goddess of Mana drew forth the sword of Mana to smite the 8 benevolents, the monsters of destruction. She shielded the horrors inside the 8 Mana stones, bringing the realm back from the brink. Weak from rebuilding the world, the goddess changed into a tree and fell fast asleep for years. However, the forces of evil sought to free the benevolents to gain control of the world. They started a terrible war to further their plot and destabilize the kingdoms. Peace was at an end. Okay, then, this is a bit creepy already, though it doesn't look like it now. Mana itself began to disappear from the world, and the mana tree to wither. Oh gosh. What is happening? Oh man. This is obviously not going to be a challenge run, in case you didn't already know, because, well, this is my first time playing through in the game, and since I don't know much about it, I'm probably just gonna... Oh, again, I do have plans for which characters I'm gonna pick, and yes, I do mention that because that is the truth. You have 8 different characters you can pick from. Kind of like Dragon Quest III with all the classes and stuff.
Trials of Mana.
Oh, I like the voice line that just appears up. Oh, there's options. Let's see what we have. We have quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, so because this is a JRPG, they've been doing a lot of things recently with a couple of other stuff where you can actually manually change your text to be different text altogether, or change the voices as well, and though you can't change between most of the actual voice, although you can change to almost any text whatsoever. One thing that's kind of interesting is you can choose between English and Japanese. Oh wow, it even says it in Japanese too. So yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm gonna be playing in Japanese because of all my recent discoveries I've been doing, and mostly this is from Isaac. I actually prefer to play most of these JRPGs with a Japanese voice, just because I feel like it's often better than English, though I will say this game does have some good English voices, and I have heard some of them. But anyways, we're gonna start now, finally. I don't know what brightness to use. I think I'll just go 80. Oh, we have difficulty settings? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with normal for now, since this is a blind playthrough. I'd rather go with, not the easy difficulty, but not the hard difficulty. Alright, okay, here's where we can pick our characters. Let's see, we have Duran. Is a proud young soldier from Vansala Plains. Though he comes as hot-headed as ready for a battle, the whole kingdom acknowledges his skill with a blade. Duran has nothing but love for his kingdom and respect for the hero Kane, a good friend of his departed father, Loki the Golden Knight. He wields swords, has high attack power, and decent defense with shield. His home is Valsanasha, and his strength and stamina is pretty high, while his intellect is rather low. Then we have Angela. Angela is the daughter of the true queen of Athena, the snow-covered kingdom of magicians. Because Angela's mother hardly spent any time with her as a child, the princess was prone to act out to get attention, wearing gaudy clothes and playing pranks on the castle. Despite this, her love for her mother runs deep. Angela never got the hang of casting magic spells, a problem that plagues her to this day. She wields wands and uses ranged magic and massive targeting spells. So she has a lot of intellect and spirit and decent luck, but really weak strength and stamina, which means he would die really quickly. Then we have Kevin. Kevin is heir to the throne of Felia. His father is the king of the Beastmen, but his missing mother was a human woman. Kevin's father raised him to be a fighting machine, which affected his social skills. He is unused to conversing with humans, which can make him hard to understand at times. The ice around the young boy's heart only began to melt after making friends with Carl the wolf pup. Wait a minute, that's a reference to, the first Mana game, actually. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head, but you actually do have a wolf in the first Mana game, which was actually not Secret of Mana, funny enough. It was something else. I might see it later. Anyways, he wields his fist, so he's like the monk class. He has high attack and a nighttime transformation. His home is Farolina. And he has good strength, good luck, decent spirit, and decent stamina, but again, bad intellect. Then we have Charlotte. Okay, alright, this is probably the cutest character so far. Charlotte is the granddaughter of Wendell's Priest of Light. She looks much younger than she speaks to the elfin butter or maids. Perhaps because of this, she has always been coddled by the people. Who raised her in her temple. Charlotte's bright and outgoing personality can be both an asset and a hindrance. Though curious, she's superstitious and a bit of a scaredy cat. She has the really good spirit, but only decent intellect and decent run at best. And although her strength and stamina are slightly higher than some other characters, she wields a flail weapon and is mostly a healer and support magic user. Next, we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye hails from the desert forest of Navarre, home to a guild of noble thieves. He was raised as the orphan ward of Flamicon, the leader, together with Flamicon's own children, Eagle and Jessica. Hawkeye comes back as a laid-back and charming young man, making it hard to tell when he's being serious. But at his core, Hawkeye is a fiercely loyal friend. Nothing gets past his own senses and quit lit. Okay, seems like they only have 6 characters so far, but I think there used to be some of them. Anyways, we have Daggers. His buzz, he's the speedy fighter with luck for finding items, which means he also has the best luck, which could be useful for getting some rare items later on in the game. She has decent strength, decent intellect, and is kind of decently balanced all around. Then we have Reeves. Reeves is the young princess of the mountainous kingdom of Lawrence and the captain of the renowned Amazon Guard. She has a will of iron and down-to-earth manner. Though some might call her stubborn, Reeves is always there to lend a hand to those who need it. She lost her mother as a child and since then has tried to help raise her little brother, Elliot. Her topmost priorities are her father, brother, and kingdom. Her weapon is spears. She is a ranged attacker with some support magics and is also the summoner of this game. Her home is Roland and she has decent luck and is actually one of the more balanced characters, only be weak in D rank and has a good balance overall. So, if you guys haven't, looked at why I was so focused on... what am I talking about? In case you guys didn't know, I already have a character set up planned, and I decided to make my actual, character choices based off of, who Dad picked, and I remember my dad saying he played this game with just the girls, so that would be Angela, Charlotte, and Reese. He played with only girls one time. So I'm gonna do the complete opposite and do boys, and also because this character looks really similar to the character from Secret of Mana, that's the original main. I'm gonna go with Duran as the main. I'm gonna go with Duran as my main character. And then we get to choose a couple of other characters. So since we have 2 other boys we can pick, we'll go with Kevin next. And then, finally, we're gonna go with Hawkeye. I'm not sure if this combination has ever been used, nor if it's the best combination, since it doesn't have any mages whatsoever, but the game has to be beatable, so I'm guessing it would work. Normally, you'd probably want to go with 1 melee, a decent caster DPS, and 1 healer, but I'm just gonna go with the boy party because I thought it'd be nice to do something different for a change. And there we go. And now we begin. I chose Duran because out of all the boys, he looks the coolest. His hairdo I like a lot, so it'll be nice to play with him.
Oi, Duran! 出番だぜ。しっかりな。
And now we get to hear all the Japanese text. Pull yourself together, Duran.
剣術大会若手部門1位決定戦を行う。
I think there's different storylines based off of which character you pick.
お前なんかには負けねえぜ。
やれるもんならやってみな。
So now we get to see an intro on our main character.
ブルーザー。今日こそ決着をつけてやる。
Oh, and as you can see, this is not your normal, Alright. Okay, so we have special attacks, charge attacks, and a whole bunch of stuff to do with. Anyways, though, we took out this guy. Pretty straightforward, for the most part.
そこまで。デュランの優勝だ。よくやったぞ。腕を上げたな、デュラン。
Alright.
草原の王国フォルセナの傭兵デュラン。父親は英雄王のかつての友人であり黄金の騎士と称されるロキであったが、デュランが幼い頃に行方不明となる。親も病気で亡くしてからは叔母のステラのもとに妹のウェンディと共に引き取られた。父親の思い出はほとんどないものの、やはり血は争えず、剣術において若手の中では右に出るものがないほどの腕で、フォルセナ国の傭兵として英雄王に仕えるようになった。
I like this. Like hearing the Japanese voices. It's just really cool to hear something for a change. Where most other people would usually just do the English voices. A lot of people actually forget that you can even do that because they're so used to the older RPGs.
眠いな。
もうすぐ交代が来るからそれまでの辛抱だ。俺はちょっくらもう一回りしてくるよ。
So it seems like we'll get a different starting storyline based off of which character we use, which is nice that they have 6 different intros you can play from, depending on who your main is. It also probably determines which character you start with at the beginning of the game, and then you'll pick up the others as you go along. Ooh, we get the backstory now.
パパ、どこに行くの？
ドラゴン大使だよ。今度の敵は竜帝と呼ばれるドラゴン族の中でも最強のやつだ。だが大丈夫。リチャード王子と私なら必ず勝てる。デュラン、お前は男の子だ。妹のウェンディと母さんを頼むぞ。
うん、いってらっしゃい。
Several months later. Oh boy, is it one of those again?
死も盗まない。ロキは私を助けようとして竜帝と差し違え、竜帝と
Oh,
共
they
に
both
底知れぬ
fell
穴に
into
落
the
ちていって
abyss.
しまった。
That's sad. So
私たちは
this
その後
character
1
we're
週
playing
間
with
そこに
already
とどまっ
lost
て
his
ロキの
husband.
捜索を続けたのだが、
そうですか。あの人は、ロキは最後まで黄金の騎士であり続けたんですね。彼もきっと本望だったと思います。
シモン、しっかり。
Oh, and now apparently his mother's not Good eve or good grief.
ステラ姉
That
さん
was that was sad. They both.
シモーヌ、どうしてこんなになるまで病気を放っておいたんだよ。
Oh, okay, that makes
私が
sense.
病
She
気だ
has
と
an
知ったら
illness.
きっとロキは安心して戦いに行けなかったと思うの。私はあの人の足手まといにはなりたくなかった。
バカだよ。あんたもロキも。
Okay.
姉さん、子供たちを。
安心しな。あんたの子供たちは私がちゃんと面倒を見てあげるよ。
よかった。ありがとう。
Wow. Wow. So our main character loses both of his parents very early on in his life. That is kind of sad, actually. Oh gosh. That's actually kind of a sad story to begin with, but it is what it is. These games will have that.
いけねえ。うっかり寝ちまった。
Oh.
しっかりしろ。一体何があったんだ。あれは。
Okay, so yeah, we get to do some stuff here. I think I'm just gonna follow them. There's not much we can do. Interact with silver mana seals to save your game. Gold mana statues will restore your HP and MP as well as save your game. And you could also save it in end. Cool. Alright. Just as I thought, we have only one character right now at the moment. We're just gonna follow the star and see what happens. Now, Trials and Mana was pretty similar to this, but Trials and Mana Super Nintendo was similar to this, except the combat was entirely done in 2D, whereas this game was 3D.
何がおかしい。
お前はこの城一番の剣士であることを誇りにしているようだ。だが自分の弱さを思い知る。
Okay, this is ridiculous. We can't even hit him, so this is clearly not a winnable fight. He just teleports around when we try to hit him.
まだまだ子供だな。こんな奴を雇っている英雄王は大した王じゃなさそうだ。
なんだと？国王陛下を悪く言うことは絶対に許さん。
See, we could avoid it before, so I can't we avoid him there?
とどめだ。
城内に侵入者がいるぞ。探せ。
命拾いしたな。今日はこれで引き上げる。まあ、慌てなくてもこいつのような雑魚相手ならいつでもたやすく我らの占領下に置くことができる。
Yeah, that guy's definitely evil.
待て。
Alright.
昨夜城内に侵入した謎の魔導士によって警備についていた者たちがやられ生き残ったのはデュラン一人。
目撃者の話では赤いマントをつけていたという。噂に聞いたアルテナのグレンの魔導士に違いない。
Crimson Wizard.
ではアルテナが不届きにも我がフォルセナにスパイを送り込んだというのか。許せん。向こうが攻めてくる前にこちらから全面攻撃を仕掛けようぞ。おう。
まあ待て。敵がアルテナという確かな証拠があるわけではない。それになぜアルテナが我が国に対して攻撃をしてくるのかもまだ明らかになっていない。昨夜誰にも気づかれずに城内に潜入し、あのデュランでさえもかなわなかった相手。今下手に動けば敵の罠にはまる危険性もある。 まず城内の軍備を固めた上でアルテナの様子を調べるためこちらからもスパイを送り込んでくれ。
よい。
アルテナ、断りの女王、なぜフォルセナに？
Oh, wow. So it seems like we're gonna be at war with whoever that guy's kingdom was. The Crimson Wizard. Okay, he might be afforded our side later.
畜生畜生。
お兄ちゃん、まだ怪我が治ってないんだから寝てなきゃダメよ。
畜生。赤い魔導士。俺は
お兄ちゃん、しっかりして。お兄ちゃんの弱虫大嫌い。
ウェンディ。
Alright. Now we finally get to explore stuff. The soldiers on guard all over town. I've never seen it like this. Sister's looking out for you. You shouldn't make her worry. Go home. Don't let the Crimson Wizard get you down. Come out that scene with me instead. His Majesty Akeem will take the Altenish Cur, mark my words. What's this I hear about a war? Is it true? You're a soldier, you must know something. Alright.
弱虫か。少し街を歩いて頭を冷やそう。
Right. All the soldiers wear is dangerous, but losing anyone is heartbreaking. At least you made it out alive. We don't even get a chance to buy anything until much later. Oh, this is how we equip stuff. Items and shits. And collecting goods for the castle. I don't want to sit idly in times like this. You okay? Don't worry about the castle. We can handle it while you rest up. Here I was on my way east part of Maya, but we can't go outside the city at night. Don't lose yourself in thoughts, dear, and why not ask the fortune teller for guidance? If it just does nothing, I'd grow at me. Oh, here's something. Alright, so there are items we can find. Organize your rain menu from the item menu. Press up to bring up the rain menu while exploring or battling. So remember that on the field during battle, you can only use 12 different item commands that are set to the rain menu. You can stock up to 9 of each item to use per battle. View items you have from the left-hand list and set them to the rain menu below. Don't really have anything to equip. Alright. The Crimson Wizard is legendary. Never would have thought that the coward was a bloodthirsty spy. Alright. Getting lots of items from here. And classic beacon break pots in this too. Night patrols are no joke ever since that intruder stuck in. No one is allowed outside town at night. King's orders. Oh. Hold R and press A, I, X, or A to set the item as a shortcut. Oh, there we go. Now we know how to do that. Okay, there's quite a few hidden items, I guess. That is a reason to explore this. If our Star Soldier is no match for the enemy, how are we to protect the town? Alright. It's not my place to tell a soldier what to do, but your and your little sister have been worried. Perhaps you should go home tonight. Okay, there's no seeds right now. The old fortune teller was right. I must go back for more guidance. Here I was on my way east to Port of Maya, but then I remembered we can't go outside the city at night. Okay, that didn't even have any family. Alright. Well, that's well hidden. Alright, of course it has an item seed. I don't need to necessarily play it right now, so I think I'm gonna keep going. How can we rest easy when Castle Valencia itself was assaulted? I should ask the fortune teller. Okay, now we need to head to the fortune teller itself. Oh, hello, chest. Alright, doesn't seem like it's anything I could use, though.
ここは占いの館じゃ。なんじゃ、ずいぶんとしけた面の客じゃのう。
なんだと。
人の運命は99% まであらかじめ決まっておる。じゃが残り 1% に未来があり夢がある。人はその 1% をこう呼ぶ。希望と。
お主、何か悩み事を抱えておるのじゃろう。どれ、この占いババが占ってしんぜよ。
うるせえ。俺は占いなんか信じねえ。力だ。信じられるのは力だけなんだ。やいババ、どうすりゃ俺は強くなれるんだ。
何するんだよ、この乱暴者。そんなに強くなりたきゃ生徒ウェンデルへでも行きな。光の司祭ってのがクラスチェンジの方法を知ってるってさ。
クラスチェンジ。
あんたみたいなひよっこはひよこ戦士にでもクラスチェンジするんだね。さあ、とっとと出てっておくれよ。
せいはっせい。
Okay, that can't be said.
クラスチェンジか。あのグレンの魔導士に勝つためなら何だってやるぜ。よし、一丁生徒ウェンデルまで行ってみるか。
Alright. Alright. Still need to go to bed, right? That's the thing that we need to do.
俺はあのグレンの魔導士を許さない。何があっても必ず倒してやる。それまではここには帰れない。帰らない。ウェンディ、ステラおばさん、ごめん。
Alright.
お待ち。
おば
And
さん。
Stella coming out with a sword all of a sudden.
ほら、同じブロンズソードだけどこっちの剣と取り替えてきな。
これは
あんたの父さんが若い頃に使っていた剣さ。ロキもこの剣で剣術大会に優勝したんだよ。決勝で英雄を破ってね。さあ行きな。ウェンディには私からちゃんと言っておくから、後のことは大丈夫。旅立つ前にお城に寄って王様に挨拶していきなさい。お待ちになってるよ。
国王陛下が。
ロキの息子ならきっと旅立とうとするはずだって。さすがだね。まあ私も伊達にあんたたちの母親代わりをしてたわけじゃないから、そうなるとは思ってたけどね。
おばさん、ありがとう。きっと戻ってくるよ。
Alright.
旅立つのか、デュランよ。
王様、私が不甲斐ないばかりにむざむざと敵を逃がしてしまい誠に申し訳ありません。私はあの魔導士だけは許すことができないのです。生まれて初めて敗北を喫したばかりでなく、我が国王陛下を侮辱したあの魔導士を、私はあの魔導士に打ち勝つまではこの城には戻れません。
そうか、分かった。気をつけて行くのだぞ。
ありがとうございます。
あいついい目になりおった。以前はプライドが高すぎて心配だったのだが、ロキの若い頃にそっくりだ。
Wow, lots more items still. Just when you think you've gotten everything, they managed to sneak in more items that you can get. Of course, it's because it's an RPG, of course there's gonna be lots of hidden items everywhere that I can find. Now that I finally got that stuff done, it's finally time to take a look at if there's actually some decent stuff here. Okay, alright, so you can't buy anything here. Wow, so you can't even buy anything until later. It seems a bit scary if you ask me. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Apparently shows us our time. Use the main menus for when you want to use items or moves. Press up for items and down for moves. Alright. Alright. Okay. L is a shortcut to that. Okay, let's see what our special move does. Oh, that was nice. That's actually a really cool ability. I like it. Oh, that's the special ability, right? So now you have to farm it back up. Alright. Alright. Level up to increase your HP and stats like your strength. Increase stats, you can use strength points to power up your characters by learning moves and abilities. Put points towards abilities from the training section of Plus. Use your training points you attain after leveling up to learn moves and abilities to increase your stats. Moves, magical cells, and abilities you learn will automatically be added to the main menu. Plus to bring up the strength and to move when accelerating the field or battling. Using moves costs MP. Stats. Increase your base HP, MP, strength, stamina, spirit, or luck stats. Abilities will grant you special bonuses to help on your venture. Equip an ability to get the bonus back. Abilities with the Untitled connects to are chain abilities. When equipped, these will affect other party members in addition to the player character. Let's just put 2 into strength. Attack increases by 10% when receiving damage. Certain equipped build learned abilities in order to use them. There are many types of abilities. Some will raise your stats, some will help during battle. Alright. 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 Lots of healing pots randomly throughout the world. Okay. I honestly like this character's art quite a bit. The fact that he has a lot of HP will make the early battles way easier to do. Though, most of the time the early battles are already pretty easy, but this just makes them extra safe. Since this is an RPG, we may as well try and get all the chests that we can find, because any chest we can find just really helps us out with points. It's actually kind of difficult to not take damage in some of these fights, not gonna lie. There we go. We got a bonus, but it wasn't as effective. There we go. All that gave us, though, was +1. Oh wow, nothing to do here, apparently. Alright. 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 Well, for the most part, we're just doing basic things of RPG, where of course you want to follow the star. Lots of items. Plenty of items, to be precise. Okay. By using a special move, I was able to get not only extra experience, but I was able to do it without taking any damage at all. Okay, so that's where we have to go. It'd be nice if we get a mana statue at some point, because we need that in order to be able to save this game. Okay, last time we did the level, we got strength up, but I want to do something a bit differently I think we should just focus on like certain abilities first. I think heal might be good. Oh wait, that's okay. It tells you what. Yeah, 50% chance of not getting knocked back. Base HP increased by 10. Any little bit helps. So I will go for that next. And go through this area right here. We got quite a few owls already. There's also an extra special mana statue, apparently. Now, Stone Split Gap. Okay, then. Alright. Well, this is going to be where we end our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.